This is Nate Williams here with Frampton for the Boxing Voice. How are you, Carl?
I'm alright, man. Not bad at all. How you doing, man?
How's the hand, by the way?
It's on the mend. It's I've seen a specialist last night. He reckons 3 to 4 weeks, probably 4 weeks, and I'll be back punching again, doing some sort of light punching, and yeah, it's going the right way.
Because it was a freak accident in the hotel, have you sought any legal options for that?
Yeah, I've had a lawyer look into it, so he's told me not to talk too much about that, but I've got someone looking into it.
Yeah. This injury, like how devastating was that? Because you were so looking forward to getting back in the ring.
Yeah, I was annoyed, I was angry, I was upset, I was frustrated. Just anger was probably the dominant emotion, and you know, the whole camp was done 12 weeks away from the kids. It was 3 weeks in Philadelphia, a lot of expense that went into the camp, and then something bizarre like that happens, and a massive pillar falls in your hand 5 days out from a fight. It's unbelievable. I wouldn't have believed it if it was about someone else, but
yeah, because there was a lot on Twitter saying like, "Oh, it can't happen."
Of course not, but you know, I don't know. If that was a made-up story, it was one of the best made-up stories I've ever heard.
Yeah. So when you do come back, like what sort of challenge do you want to?
Well, I'd be happy to jump right in at the deep end and take on the big fights and have a potentially a world title fight. I'm ready for that. I feel like we won't take any positive out of it. I've had a good 12-week camp behind me. I was happy with how it went, but my team are suggesting that maybe similar sort of level to the last opponent, a fight like that, and then look to fight one of the big boys after.
So in London, like, have you got any personal plans, or are you just here to see the fight?
I'm here to see the fight. I was doing a podcast as well, which I'm doing with TKO, Joe at TKO, which is going pretty well. We just got Bob Arum and Lomachenko, so I was here to do that, and obviously I'm here to work for 5 Live as well for the fight.
You're 5 Live ringside, okay.
Yeah.
What are the keys, do you think? I know it's a very hard question to answer, but what are the keys to beating somebody like Vasily Lomachenko?
Well, we've seen that he's been beat before, but the style that beat him was a real aggressive, rough, dirty style, and you know, illegal almost. Low blows were firing in all over the place, back of the head shots, a lot of pulling, a lot of pushing. That's the style that has beat him before, but he's improved as a fighter from that. Luke Campbell doesn't have that style. He's tall, upright boxer. Lomachenko will work him out after a couple of rounds, and I think he'll get rid of him around 8 or 9.
You get rid of him around 8 or 9?
Yeah.
But don't you think, like, you know, you've read into the things that have happened with his family and stuff like that, you know, he suffered the loss of his father. Do you think that sort of story could, like, because we've seen it happen before, you know, people lose their family members and they just pull out
harder and stuff. Yeah, well, I think if that's the case, it makes him fight a bit harder. I think it just, I don't know. I just think there is, it's a bit of a cliche, there is levels in this sport, and Luke Campbell, someone's been beat by Yvonne Mendy, you know what I mean? Although he reversed that, revenge that defeat, but I think that Lomachenko is a special talent. I'm really excited about seeing it. I haven't been as excited working a fight as I am for this one. He's a quality talent.
Who's your pound for pound top 3?
Lomachenko 1. It's always hard, isn't it? Canelo 2. Crawford 3, or maybe them, you know, Crawford 2, Canelo 3, but that's it. All right, Addy, how you doing, mate? But it's around that, and I think it's probably similar to a lot of other people's top 3.
And could I ask you about Josh Warrington? Like, since you know you shared the ring together, how much do you think he can improve from here?
He's a quality fighter, and he's young. He's in his prime now, so he's had a couple of big wins. Well, more than a couple. He's had 3 big wins against myself, Selby, and Kit Galahad, so he's a good fighter. And his next fight, although he's fighting a guy who isn't the most popular name and a lot of people know him, he's a good fighter. I remember him from amateurs, good French, tough nut, with a pro style, had a pro style when he was an amateur. It's not an easy fight, but I think Josh will come through it.
Can he make it in America? Like when you went over there, what is the keys to winning over the American audience?
I don't know. He needs to be in exciting fights, and that's something that he is in. His last fight wasn't, but that was no fault of his own. But Josh Warren is normally in exciting fights, and there's a lot of fans in America just want to see a good fight, and Josh, I think, can produce that.
And can I ask you about Anthony Yarde? Like, what did you make of his fight against Kovalev?
I thought he lost the fight. He was losing the fight. Although he was competitive in the rounds, I was still giving him to Kovalev and had Kovalev a mile in front. He almost got rid of him in the 8th round, wasn't it? But he showed he can compete at that level. But I think they need to make some adjustments in training to reverse a decision like that.
Yeah, because in training, Tunde, his trainer, works under a system he likes to call System 9, which involves a lot of pad work and no sparring at all. Like, what do you make of going into a world title fight without any sparring?
That's a lot of shit. I think it's nonsense. Doesn't make sense. Footballers don't go and play football without playing football matches. You know what I mean? It's like you have to if you wanna get to the top. Like all the great fighters in the past, present and future will do, they spar. So if you think you're going to get to the top without sparring, yeah, I'm afraid I don't think you will.
And finally, the big one at the end of the year that we're all looking forward to is the Joshua Ruiz match in Saudi Arabia. Do you think Josh comes through that fight, or do you think it's a repeat?
There could be some demons there. He's lost the fight and he lost it pretty convincingly. I don't know. It's a tough one to call. I keep changing my mind on that one as well, because I think Joshua may have had a wee bit of a problem. Seen him fight week, eat a bit of a sty, so I don't know. If you put a gun to my head, I'd say Ruiz wins again.
In a round or in?
Well, I don't know. I think that I don't know. I don't think it goes to points, that fight, whoever wins.
Thanks, Carl. All the best.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingvoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, entitled betting shows. The list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.